So he told me that there's people that are talking about your name in the studio session that I was at, and they were talking about you, and I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this guy? Like, he's not a part of any of the crews that I know, right? So it's like, what studio session? It's a completely different section of people that I've never talked to before, and he has context tutorial, and I'm like, people are talking about my name and I don't even know about it. And that really showed me just how far your name can go just off of a few fucking videos if you do them properly.
All for me, hard up on my sleeve, trying to make you fall for me. I know I can't stop until you mine.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Social Conversation series. Welcome to episode 4. Today's guest is my good homie JDFM, and I guess let's just start off with you introducing yourself, letting everyone know who you are, what you do, giving a bit of a backstory on yourself, and we'll go from there.
Say no more, brother.
Yeah.
JDFM here. If you don't know what it stands for, JDFM is Jamil the filmmaker. And you know, I just make films. Basically make movies, try to make music videos best that I can. And basically the way I got into this is I knew I was going to end up shooting videos sooner or later in my life. Because in my family, music runs around from my dad to my bros to everybody in my family. And I always used to like editing on iMovie or whatever. And then one day my bro was just like, yo, you should start shooting music videos. Then looked at him, I said, bet. Like I knew it was gonna happen, started it, and now this is where we're at. It's only the beginning, no, whole new mode. Everyone says this.
That's sick, that's dope. No, that's cool, because I mean, I think usually what happens is, like you don't, like, I mean, I guess you knew that you wanted to do music videos for a while, and I think that's the same thing with me, is I did a bunch of stuff before I started music videos, but I always had this one thing where I always wanted to be either in film or shooting music videos, because ever since I was a kid, my mom always played videos of like artists and shit on on TV, and every time I saw it, I was so intrigued always, because I was always into music, but there was just something about filming stuff like that. I was like, I want to do it. Never ended up doing, which was like,
is like art, bro. Art,
it is,
art.
Definitely.
Sorry, I rock with it so much. I like the type of videos where it's like, if you watch it the third time, you don't even realize this happens.
Yes.
And then you get another message. Like,
yes.
You know how there's bars in rapping? There could be bars in videos too, just like different ways, if you know what I mean.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's what I guess me and you are trying to change right now in the city, and change the narrative a little bit, because the problem right now is that everyone's just trying to go for the same shit that's recycled over and over again. And what we're trying to do, and especially what I'm focusing on, is I'm going for color palettes, outfits, like wardrobe, and little details. Like, I want you to be able to watch it 10 times, and then there's this one detail like, oh shit, they spent an hour doing this one fucking thing that I just noticed. Yes, that's the kind of stuff I focus on.
Facts.
Right? And then you always want to, because like the goal is just the replay value needs to be there. And like, I think there's very few guys that do it very well. For me, there's like in the US, some of my favorite guys is Jerry Productions, Cole Bennett. There's also a guy named By Lack of Films. These guys are all kind of like, they all do shit in a way where it's like, it's memorable. You can watch the shit and you can keep watching it back. Right? There's always something in it.
There's this director I figured out about him from the Roddy Ricch Tiptoe video. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
It's Chris. What's his name again? It's like he has the Lucky Bastards company. It's Lucky
Lucky Fuck, it was
It's Chris something. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the name.
Chris the director. That's his name. Chris the director. Yeah. He's fire.
Nice, bro. I like his stuff.
Nice.
I like his work stuff.
I think one of my shout out fucking Chris the director, bro. That guy is hard, bro. He does do some crazy shit. For me, I think Blank Script Productions is sick too. I fuck with also JMP is another one. I fuck with JMP as well. Definitely do a little bit of research on JMP, bro. That guy is hard as fuck. Like, he does some.
Your number one is Lyrical Lemonade, Cole Bennett?
Definitely top 3, 100%. I think just, I don't know, there's just something about the way he does things where it's like you can't compare it to someone else.
Yeah.
Yet every time I watch the shit, I just want to watch it over and over again. I never understand why. I never understood why until like recently, until I realized like how is the aspect that is genuine.
Facts, bro. That's a fact. Like, we, like I said this earlier, we are the new people coming to the city with this direction stuff. We can really change the narrative, the way the city is looked at, because U.S. looks at Canada, but it also bring it up if we got the low-key people, like the low-key artists in the city, because there's so much talent in the city. It's just the same focus goes on the same people.
Yes.
So if we could really master our craft, get those high budget videos and make it like those people in the industry do, and we do it at our level, bro, that's gonna help the city. Oh, that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to make some crazy stuff that we've never seen in this city before. Like,
literally, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And with the platform, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get something where it's like there's a place for artists to go to where it's like I can help expose underground talent, because the goal is never for me to just, you know, because I could have easily, like, bro, dude, like, you don't understand how many big artists I could have worked with right now that I could have just shot for their channel, and then I could already be in the US right now just making bare money. But fuck that route. My goal is to do something where we change Toronto, and not only do we change Toronto, but we also do it in a different way, where we just create something where people want to watch the Toronto scene. Because if you look at the Toronto scene right now, people don't want to go to Toronto and listen to the music and the videos, because it's the same shit recycled.
It's like, the same thing. It's recycled. Everything's
and it's and then 6buzz is one of the main fueling fires to that. I have nothing wrong with 6buzz existing. The main issue though is the fact that everybody wants to be on 6buzz. 6buzz is not the place for everybody. Street rappers, yes. I think 6buzz is, they should focus on the streets. There's a market for that. It makes sense. But there's so many artists that don't even fit in that bracket. Like, the audience who like 6buzz are people that like the drama shit. You don't fit in that. What the fuck are you wanting? Why?
That's a fact.
Like, it makes no fact. And they're wasting $800 to post on a fucking channel that they're not gonna get any support from ever. It just don't make sense. So I'm trying to provide that other option, that other thing in the city where it's like you don't have to go, you know, to places like 6buzz to get a platform. There's another way. There's a genuine place here with a face behind it. Because I don't know who runs 6buzz.
Yeah. And so, your shit looks nice, bro. That looks professional. Like, from now, bro, it looks nice. Like, I was even showing my girl today because we had this call. And I showed, and I'm just like, yo, this is the thing I'm about to do the social conversation with. I showed the page. She's like, yo, it looks nice too. And that's why I hit you up from the beginning, bro. I promise you, I will have no bad blood with anyone. I'm not gonna envy anybody whose work is nice, bro. If I see 100%. Your work is nice and genuine, I promise you, I'm gonna hit you up and tell you. Because you put work into that, and I can see you put work. I have to holler. That if a lot of people thought like that around the city, Toronto would be growing as a whole.
Oh my God.
It would be growing as a whole.
Fam, I think that's the biggest issue I always talk about is the hatred, bro. That's the thing, because as soon as I saw you, because I remember when you hit me up, you were like, you had way less followers, you were barely even in the game. Now,
way less.
The moment you started dropping, even like your latest preview you dropped today, when I saw that put a smile on my face. I'm like, yo, the quality is so nice, bro. The fucking, like, the actual location, the idea, it's so nice. The contrast to the stuff you did 6 months ago is night and day, and I love that. We need more of that, because, right, like, sometimes people just need that, they want clean videos, but these motherfuckers don't give them clean videos. They just do these weird, shitty effects and shit, and it's like, bro. It's like, bro, because, look, the answer to why they do that, I know why they do it, because they don't know how to film. So they film some shitty videos, like some shit quality footage. To make it look good, they gotta drench it with effects and cover it up with all the fucking effects and shit. What I've learned is that the best videos, the biggest effect is the fucking cut. Just master the cut. Like, if you look at my videos, do I ever use any transitions that don't make, like, I never do.
Exactly. That's what I say all the time. I literally say that all the time. You really even look at big people in the game. A Boogie, Roddy Ricch, all these big artists. If you really sit down and pay attention to the video, Tory Lanez too, he's a big example because he edits his own videos.
That's sick too. I love that.
He edits his own videos. Yeah. But you can really see the direction behind the video is a big point. The storyline, the locations, having actors, having the scenes, having lightings. Those are the things that really make the video. Those are the things that really make the video. You can have those and cut the clips on nice. It's what you have in front of the camera. Obviously, the color grading, all those stuff come after. But the main stuff at the shoot, like what's on set, is what really makes the video. The camera work, how it moves, and all of that. Like, that's why I started learning more and more. That's why I tap into more of these bigger directors, because like I'm trying to get in that position, so I gotta study them. You know?
No, facts. And I think it's, you just have to study the people you want to, like, not be like, because I don't like the word, like, you know, like, you don't want to just be them essentially, but you want to kind of be in that similar position. I think I can see the direction you're trying to go to. You want to be in that position like Chris the director, where it's like you are just a big name director, but it's like you just want to work with big artists, just create special projects, right? That's your lane, and you're and you know, and you're gonna get there. For me, it's a different lane where I'm trying to build a platform, and then people are not working with me just because of the visuals. It's more about the experience as well. It's about the platform. There's like for each one of us, there's a different reason, but I don't know. For me, it's like I think the biggest mentor, really one of the biggest, well, two of them is No More Heroes and obviously Cole. Those are the biggest ones that fit the kind of the kind of vision I'm trying to go for. The fact that people, when they hear his name, like they're just like, yo, this guy's a legend. Like that's the kind of stuff I want to be associated with. I don't want people to look at me as like, oh, it's just some camera guy. That, you know, like it's nice, it's cool. I want them to like when they list my name, to like, this guy helped me take my career to the next level. You know, he's not just some random kid that helped me shoot a cool video. He was way beyond that. And the shit that I do now, like it works up to it. Like I'm trying to do like I'm launching a bunch of extra things, like fucking interviews, live performances. I'm doing lyric videos, all of it in the one package that I provide. You know, like I do all of that extra shit that normally would cost them hundreds of dollars extra. I do it anyways, right? And I'm just like,
that's basically my fault. That's basically like the plan that I have for the heater process, because first I did that heater process. I didn't have any clientele, any of anything. Like, you know, I didn't really have anybody. I just got into the game. So I did heater process to find the genuine talent in the city. I hollered at a couple people to shoot it. Now, as you even said yourself, the quality is getting better. I know if I make a heater process now, it's going to be way better than it was before. And I'm doing all of them completely free. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to reach out to someone who I think is good, and then try to team up with platforms, like people that could host the thing, and I'm going to shoot it and direct it and edit and obviously all of that, and really show the good talent out there. Just pull up to the studio, they make their little song, I record the behind the scenes, have an interview, and mash it up while the whole thing's going on. I want to create like a whole show effect. That's why I call it heater process. This is the process of heat being made in the studio, literally.
I love that.
And, if I'm teaming up with a page, you know, they'll probably post it for free. Help them with this and this. That kind of goes around the whole narrative of bringing the city up. Like, I want to like bring the city up.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, and I think I know that I've made progress just based off the connections that I've gotten and the fact that I got my team going. And I'm just trying to find, because what's good is that having one big team is not good enough. What's important is that we build up these little separate teams. So I have my team. You need to now build your team with your own management, with your own group of people, like that have label connections, whatever, and start going crazy with artists that you personally like, the sound that you fuck with, and you push them. I have my own lane that I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to work. Everybody needs to do their own thing. Obviously, for me, I'm trying to kind of work with all of Toronto, obviously based on like my platform. But having people open up different groups, and together we're all supporting each other. So like, it's not like we're just separately, just in our own lane, not talking to each other. We're obviously showing light to each other, and that way together, eventually we can help push Toronto forward. Yeah. But if we're all just doing shit solo, it'll never make it. It'll never get anywhere. So it's important that we work together to help blow up like what I said was, at least there has to be at least around 10 artists that get to that spotlight, that proper high level, that can look at us, back at us down here, and be like, look, like show the love back. Obviously, I don't want all them guys to leave to the US. I don't want that. That's one thing that a lot of artists do in Toronto, is they leave into the US immediately. I don't want that shit. I want people to stay here, and to do that, we pop off a bunch of artists, and then we kind of make it so that labels from the US and A&Rs are like, oh shit, there's people here that like, there's money to be made here. Let's come here. They come here, open up labels, A&Rs. Now there's shows happening, because I'm trying to open up shows. I was trying to do one show this year. Definitely I'm going to do 2 or 3 fucking next year, guaranteed. But with shows, there's going to be now artists from the US who are going to want to come to Toronto to perform. And what happens is that builds the GDP of the fucking city. So we're helping the fucking city make money. Builds it up, and then people from the US will start being like, oh shit, there's now our artists are going to Canada to perform now, to Toronto. What's going on? They're all going to start flooding here to watch shit, and the numbers are just going to keep building up. And we are at the forefront of that. My platform is the one that's on top of that shit. You are that director that's with on the same side. That's another option that's there that also makes other style, that other look, that other amazing thing. There's gonna be other guys in that list, other artists that are just here. Everyone has their own thing. There's no competition. I hate the whole competition thing, right?
To be honest, competition is pulling everyone down when we do this. But I have a side question.
Mm-hmm.
So with the directors that we know and have in the city, is there any that you actually you respect their work, you appreciate their work, you like the stuff they put out in the city? A couple that you have at the top.
I like Jack Peros. I'm not sure if you've heard of him, but I've actually I actually went to a studio to do a photo shoot, and I actually saw him, and I didn't realize it was him until I think right as he was driving off. I was like, wait, is that fucking Jack? And then I went and then I went on Instagram, and then I saw him, and I'm like, oh shit, I saw you at the studio. I was like, what the fuck? But Jack is one. I just love the fact that he's not huge, but he's already building huge teams up. If you look at his credit list of the people he's working with, he's working with decent, really verified, well-sized artists already.
Yeah.
And he's working, he has a team built where he has people working with him. So he's not just trying to do everything solo. He does he has a team, and he puts in effort, and the quality is showing. The quality of the videos are there. But honestly, there's maybe one or two guys. I just can't think of everybody off the top of my head, but there's really just a handful of guys. Lorraine's, I fuck with Lorraine's as well. He's more of a videographer than a director, but I do fuck with his grind a little bit. I think he's coming back with it right now, but he's probably one of the only videographers, not directors, videographers, the guy that just pulls up and shoots, that I actually can fuck with and be that guy. If you want to have someone that pulls up and shoots a quality video that you already have envisioned, Lorraine's is the guy you want to go to.
Yeah.
There's only a handful. The rest of the guys, I don't know. There might be some sleepers that I might not, know, but there are, I don't know, just a bunch of them. It's they have one video that's sick, but the rest is it's kind of just mediocre.
I feel you. It goes with the things that you said, like how you manage or operate. Some people, when they do it for the money, you could see that in the projects. You could see the work not there in the projects. And it's come to a point where I keep on posting a whole new mode because, bro, I'm going to keep on saying this. Whole new mode because we are trying to change the game, bro.
Yeah.
We are trying to change the game. We are trying to level this up. We're trying to make everything new. Because, there's someone that, Charlton Visuals, I like his work.
I've heard of him, yeah. I've heard of him. The thing is, for me, I fuck with his work, but it's at the same time, I see him more of still a videographer than really a director. Because there are videos that he teams up with some other guys that's cool. For an artist, Young Tory, those videos are fire. They do some unique shit, but the other ones, they're just they're still it's quality. As from a simple video aspect, it's clean, it's nice, and there's a market for it. But it's from a director's perspective, he's not really pushing it too crazy, but there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own ideas, right?
Own type of stuff.
So their own style.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years when it comes to this?
Oh shit, fuck. I see bright things for the fucking city as a whole. I see the having this name that actually holds weight. That honestly, it already holds a little bit of weight, which is crazy after a year. Because now I don't even have to mention to people about my channel anymore, which used to be a problem. Because that's what I started off our convo earlier, where at first it was literally I have to mention it every single time. Now it's literally they already know what I do. People already know the name.
You build that name for yourself, probably.
So it's I don't even have to be bro, it has to be on my channel. I don't have to say it anymore. Almost all the time, I don't have to say. Even big artists that fucking 6 months ago, I would be there's no way that they would say yes. Now it's it's just a given at this point. And I think for 6 months, that's crazy for me. So 5 years, if we keep grinding it, because I actually have a team now and industry connections, I think I don't want to say where I'm going to be. I just want to talk where my goals are. And that's to really just build a genuine platform. And I think it will be there in 5 years, because 5 years is a decent amount of time.
That's a long time, but you see what both of us accomplished in a year.
Literally, it's crazy.
So 5 years from now, 5 years from now, it's adding on to the stuff that we now know already. Yes. So that's even better. That's like I look at growth as like, if you're generally growing consistently, you're honestly growing exponentially, because you're learning new things, and then now you can incorporate those new things that you learn to help you grow even more. And then that's why I look at it. So 5 years from now for me too, bro, I think I'm gonna be
as long as you can, exactly. As long as you just keep going and you don't ever slow down or give up. 5 years, bro, fam, trust. Like 5 years is a lot, especially since the amount of moves I think I've already done and I can see you doing just already now. 5 years, it's raps. Because if you look at my DMTV brand and you go on to like my socials, I still don't have ownership of the actual name yet. So I'm about to trademark the actual word DMTV. So anyone that uses it, I can take it down if I want to. I'm gonna take ownership of it, because there's a bunch of websites. If you search up DMTV, mine doesn't pop up first search. So I'm gonna take all that shit down. Every motherfucker that uses DMTV usernames, anything, they're like, there's an account on Instagram that's been dead for like fucking 7 years. It's been inactive since 2014. I hate that shit. I appreciate that, but I'm gonna have to just trademark, because the reporting didn't work. Because bro, one thing that pisses me off is platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. They don't legally have to do anything, right? So even if you're fucking Apple, and let's just say you didn't have the username. If Instagram doesn't want to give you the username, even if you're Apple, they don't have to. Legally, they don't have to, because it's their platform. They don't have to do that, because it's not really like a public, I guess, domain, right? It's theirs. They can choose if they want to give it to you or not. That's the weird side of Instagram. So even if I get a trademark, there's an option through Instagram to like file a, like saying like, look, I've trademarked it, take the account down. But it really just depends on the mood of the person looking at it. If he feels like, you know what, I want to give this guy the actual username, but if he doesn't feel it, he can literally just deny it, which is the part that pisses me off, right? So, but I'm gonna have to go through this battle right now where I'm gonna have to take down that Instagram. There is a Wikipedia page with this Arabic channel that's been down since 2015 that has the name DMTV on that, because I'm gonna get a Wikipedia page written on me on my brand soon. So I'm gonna have to get that shit taken down. I gotta get fucking, because I'm not a fan of TikTok, but as a business for music, it's actually a sick place to go, like the exposure level there. So I gotta get the username there. Same thing, but Twitter, you can't have anything lower than 5 letters. So the only way I could get a username DMTV on Twitter is by getting verified, because then they'll be like, okay, he's a real company. We have to give him the username, because obviously there's MTV, GQ. They have they have the usernames that are less than 4, but it's because they're already verified. But I'm gonna get a few articles written, get the Wikipedia page going. I'm gonna be top search on Google as soon as I take down those websites, and then my goal is by this September to already be at that point, and I might be able to get my page verified by the end of this year. And that's what I'm working hard towards, is to get the verification on my DMTV page, because the moment I do that, it's fucking raps. That right? It's raps. Because the only other page in Toronto that has a verification is 6buzz. That's the only other page on like that's not an artist or a celebrity or a politician that has a verification symbol. The only other one, or that isn't like a clothing brand. That's just that's about music. That's the only one. So if I could be the fucking second one, when people look at it, they're gonna be like, bro, like every time I post an article or a blog, you can't skip that shit. Like, like that. Like it's in your face, and then I'm gonna be at the top comment. So
exactly.
Right. So
even when you DM other verified people, you show.
Exactly. It's sad how how you have to get to that point for them to take you seriously, but I gotta do what I gotta do, so I'm just gonna get that shit going, and I know that I could get there like fucking the next few months, right? I'm trying to speed it up. My personal account though, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because it's not as important. But the verification is one of those things that I'm trying to grind out towards, because that really does certify you a lot. Like, even though I don't need that to successfully make it, if I can get that, why not? That's just making the process easier.
That's a big bonus, a huge bonus.
Yeah, and I think it's important because obviously the hard part is to get articles written on you, but I'm trying to get some articles written on my page, and I'm hoping to get some of these articles going for some of the other guys in the city too. Eventually, I'll open up a separate part of my own website where I'll do articles on creatives, and I'm gonna have you as one of them. I'm gonna have a bunch of other guys where I'm gonna write articles, so that can go towards, because as soon as I'm verified, if I write an article about you, you could use that as to tell Instagram, look, this verified account wrote about us, verify me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So even though I can do it now and it could still work, but you have to have at least 5 to 10 articles from unverified sources for it to even account for anything, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I'm verified and I write one article, that's already huge, right? So as soon as I get that, I'm gonna be able to start writing articles on creatives and really helping them boost their shit up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're making BTS videos for your video shoots now.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's something I'm tapping into now. I'm about to make a whole YouTube page.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, take it super, super serious. Like the behind the scenes video, I'm going for this certain type of style of behind the scenes video, because if you really know me and like see me in person, like I'm an active person. I say, like, I like telling jokes, I like doing other stuff, so I want the personality and the vibe of the video shoots to be seen, but then after, when you see the outcome of the video, it's like professional, like it looks different. That's what I'm really trying to market myself. I'm trying to go like in that route. You see what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Because I don't know, for me, BTS is just something that, like, the BTS, like, I just want to dabble into different ways. Sometimes I might want to do that short 5-minute one where it's mostly just B-roll, with the song in the background. But a lot of times I'll just make a longer one where I'm actually talking in it. I'm explaining.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That.
Right. So exactly. So I'm mostly doing the explaining ones, but sometimes maybe there's that shoot where, where we're so fucking busy that like we couldn't find that, but like it's obviously rare for a shoot like that to happen, because I usually do my shoots 2 days long. I usually split them up to 2 days to make sure that I get fucking everything. But not only that, but we take our time. We don't rush through shit. That's the one thing that I learned I hated, is rushing through things. So I'll give myself time. I still don't give myself too much time to where I can laze around. It's still enough pressure to where, because you have to find that sweet spot. If there's too much pressure, everything fumbles. If there's too much time, you start to get loosened up and the quality is not as good as it could be. That sweet spot is to give yourself enough time to where you can get everything at the highest quality, but without, while you can still rest and chill.
Yeah, not overworking yourself.
Not overworking, but still not to the point where you can just laze around for an hour or two, waste fucking 2 hours doing jack shit on set. But like that sweet spot, right? So that's what I learned. For me, it's 2 days, not because it takes me a long time to do things, but to set up lighting and as well with sets. I'm doing a lot of set design, outfits. So to get all that shit going now, it's like it takes upwards of 2 days sometimes to get shoots. Usually 1 day is enough, but we do a pickup day usually just to get a few extra things going.
Yeah, bro. All that sitting around at shoots, bro, like I'm trying to come and get some work done. Obviously, I don't have an issue if we take 5, take 15, take 20.
Of course, yeah.
Talk about what's going on for the next scene. But yeah, some artists I work with, OD, yo.
Really? Bro, don't even get me started, fam. That's crazy. It's funny as bro. I had so many scenarios that motherfucker be like, bro, I'm tired. I'm like, fam, we've literally shot 30%. This is like early on. It's actually what my good homie Space. He's the one that really got me into the game, and he told me that on that set, like halfway through the video, he's like, bro, I'm fucking tired. I'm like, bro, okay, just take a shot or some shit. Get the fuck up. Get up.
Yo,
get up.
It's the shots that be helping them, yo.
Just get up, fam. Loosen up. Jump around for a few seconds. Like warm up. Let's continue, bro. We have to go. And he told me that after I did that, he looked at me different at that point, where it's like he saw me, because at that time, everybody on his crew was telling him like, yo, don't work with this kid. Like he's never shot any any proper videos before. Like just don't work with him. And it's crazy because Space, he's the only one that believed in me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, on set, he was nice. But even he was doing some things that was kind of unprofessional. And after he saw how I was operating, he really kind of packed himself up and changed a little bit. Because he even told me on the phone, he's like, bro, when you told me that, like, yo, we have to keep going. Because he told me that there's other guys that he tried working with that would probably just pull up, would shoot. And if the artist said we're done, they would just leave. And then
bro, I could never do that.
I know, bro. It's sad. It's crazy. and they would have like fucking 5 performances. And then if the artist said they're done, that guy, because bro, he's there just to make money. He doesn't give a fuck. So he would just dip. He would dip, go back, quickly edit that shitty video, do some quick trash effects that he fucking bought off of some website. That's just plug in. So, bro, they don't even do their own effects. They just buy plugins. And look, that's fine, as long as that's not the only thing you're doing. If you're doing, if you're like, look, even if you use plugins, LUTs, that's perfectly fine as long as you're still directing and you're doing something on top of that that's unique. These motherfuckers, they're just putting their camera on a gimbal, autofocus is on, they fucking barely move, they just point the camera, go fucking back and forth, go home, offload the footage, slap on this transition, done. Export in 20 minutes and like send it. $1,000 check. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
I realize some of the videos that's been pushing my
your name
for shot by my name further and further is the ones I low-key invest in myself in, because there's times where I tell them, yo, more on the budget, you could pay me less, I don't care. Like, that ass, I've actually said this,
bro. I love that.
This, pay me less, put more on this, I don't even care if it's this. To make this video better, I'd rather you take the $200 out of my pocket and put it towards this.
I love
you can
that.
Make this better
love
video.
That.
Every time I did that, I seen results. But that's how I come up. This is how we get these movies. This is how I come up with a plan, because sometimes the artist would be done shooting the video. But I'm just like, yo, bro, I can't finish this video unless we get this, because we have a vision we're trying to get to. We need to get to the spot.
We need this shit. We have to. Yeah, exactly. 100%. I love that. I love that you said that, because when I started introducing my assistants, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to ask the artist all of a sudden to bump up my price by like $300. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it out of pocket. So instead of getting like my, I'll just give, I would just say, like, I'll just give the people the chunk of money. So I'll just give them the piece. So let's just say I was charging $1,500. Let's just say as an example, because obviously I don't want to give away my prices, but like $1,500. Let's just say hypothetically, I would give them, like, I would just take out of my own $1,500 paycheck.
Exactly.
I would give them each one like 100 or 150 depending on like what their role was, and I'll give them a cut from my own thing, just to make sure that I got assistance to make the video better, rather than just telling the assistant, rather than shooting it solo, making it worse just to make that extra fucking $300 that realistically doesn't, like, it's not helping your name, bro.
Exactly.
It's an investment, pretty much. That's what you're investing in the video that's gonna get you further in your career, right?
Facts.
That's just how it is.
Even with the last shoot, with the preview that I posted today, bro, that's the artist, yo. Shout out Riggy, bro. Yo, if you're watching this, shout out Riggy. Bro, one of the first artists I ever worked with. Like, if I send you the first video I shot, bro, you see the big upgrade.
It's a glow up. It's a glow up.
It's a big glow up, yo. So he's been sticking with me from time, bro. Ever since we've been working, like, I know my potential. I'll be talking to this guy. I'm just like, yo, bro, you kept it 100 with me from the start. I promise you, as we go up, bro, we're gonna continue making movies. We're gonna continue doing these things. So we're at this last shoot. I looked at him. I said, yo, bro, remember Hardhead? The first video we shot, like, it was nowhere. Now we're in a bigger studio now. We have the light tools. We have the car. We have all the haze. We have all this stuff that we're going to make this video hard. We have the behind the scenes video going on. We have the photos. We had everything that we wanted, and now we created a nice project. The video that we created was a banger.
It's hard.
Gonna come up, and there's more coming, bro. July, August times, stepping into a different tunnel, bro. I'm gone. I'm in a different tunnel.
Bro, fam,
crazy, bro.
Literally with this next project I'm doing, I'm titling it the next chapter for me.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen the videos I have now, these next coming up projects are gonna be on an even higher level than what you've seen my shit now. So, like, a lot of people are looking at my stuff now and they're like, yo, this is sick. Bro, wait till you see the next shit. Like, bro, you haven't even seen anything yet. A lot of those videos that I did, a lot of those artists is their first videos, right? So I set the bar high for them. So I don't even know how they're gonna keep going, with these shitty guys in the city. But in terms of now, for me, like if an artist doesn't have a name for himself, in terms of he doesn't have a proper artist name, like if it's just some joke artist name that is not proper, like he can't claim it, he doesn't have a certain amount of music out, we're not working. Just because you have one song that's fire, but everything else is like not good, not working with you. You have to have a good list of music, so that when I invest my effort, time, and put you on my page, I want to make sure that after you work with me and you move forward, all the music you drop after our video is better, not fucking worse than when we did shit. Because I look like a clown if you stop making good music and the shit after my video, you look like a fucking shitty artist that doesn't even care about shit. Because I look like an idiot because I wasted my time and I don't look like a legitimate page anymore, or even as a legitimate director, because I wasted my time on this fake artist that isn't even really an artist. He's just a part-timer, right?
Someone who raps, there's so much part-timers in Toronto, though. Literally. Yeah. There's so much, because there's a whole bunch of genuine people that are disgusting at what they do when it comes to making music. And then there's also a lot of people that make music just because their friends do or something like that. Like, they don't really take it seriously. So sometimes it's the people that don't have that much bread to them are the ones that are really nice. And then there's some people that have a lot of bread. They're not nice. Yeah. It doesn't really work together, you know what I mean? Bro, there's just so much that us young people could do, because, bro, we're both 19 years old, bro. We have some big goals at our young age, bro. Huge. We have some huge goals, and like with the ambition that we're going at and the pace that we're going at, like, fam, these are all obtainable. Oh yeah, all obtainable, bro.
It's actually it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because like I think a few months ago I realized this heavily when I got reached out by this one guy. I still have the message, but it was just it was just one account that I was like, who the fuck is this? Because like, you know, I feel like I know who you're about to say. Does his name start with like an M or something? I'm not sure. Fuck. But it was that guy that reached out about being in the Tory Lanez camp. Oh no. So he told me that there's people that are talking about your name in the studio session that I was at, and they were talking about you, and I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this guy? Like, he's not a part of any of the crews that I know, right? So it's like, what studio session? It's a completely different section of people that I've never talked to before, and he has context to Tory, and I'm like, people are talking about my name and I don't even know about it, and that really showed me just how far your name can go just off of a few fucking videos if you do them properly. Facts, bro. So that's where I'm just like, if that's possible, if I can get in contact with one of the biggest Toronto artists this early on, all the goals I have set is possible.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I can't wait till you more drop your stuff, because, bro, when you drop, I like to watch the videos, bro. I like your
appreciate
videos,
that,
especially the way you're talking about the stuff now, bro. Can't wait to see what's happening. You know, big future ahead of us. So if we can really master our craft, get those high budget videos, and make it like those people in the industry do, and we do it at our level, bro, that's gonna help this city. Oh, that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to make some crazy stuff that we've never seen in this city before. Like,